Hi there, friends and fellow crafters. It's Leanne, and I am here today with a project using products from the Inky Stamper. So, here we have the Lightning Bug stamp set with a lightning bug and a cap, some light bulbs, hearts, and several sentiments. So, today I'm using the lightning bug and using my mini stamp press, and I am stamping on, I believe it's Hammer Mill 80 pound, but it could be Accent Opaque 100 pound. I'm not actually sure what I'm using today. Either way, it's alcohol ink friendly. So here we go. I used Nuvo Hybrid ink in Metro Gray to stamp my image. And I am going to stamp the sentiment, "You Light Up My Life," using Nuvo Clear. And I'm going to throw my embossing powder on there and put that aside. I will be warming it up, just not right away. So that's, my inking is done, and now I am going to put the die for the lightning bug, because I did get the set, and I'm going to use my We Are Memory Keepers mini die cutter to cut that out, just because it's small and easy to work right there and still get it all on camera. So now I'm going to take my Ohuhu markers. I'm using G4 for this cute little lightning bug's legs, and I'm using, GY4 and GY5 for his body and his face. And then I'm going to use Y3 for his eyes. I will follow that up with CG00, which is a cool gray color, for the wings, and CG06 for the antenna. I'm using a Versamark marker, which is a clear sticky marker, to color the lightning bug's bulb, and then pour my embossing powder on there. And there you're going to see my new heat tool. And yeah, I forgot to plug it in, so that's what I was doing real quick. So I'm going to get this thing warmed up. I am going to hit it with the embossing powder again and heat set that yet again, because I want to make sure that it's good and set, and that it's taking very well. I did realize that for some reason the embossing powder for the sentiment did not work for me very well, so I am going to restamp it using the Metro Gray, and then I will go over it with the clear again. Now you're going to see a couple of mistakes that I made in this video, and I went ahead and left them in there because, you know what, nobody's perfect. I did end up fixing it by, which you'll see in the photos, but I did continue on and just fixed it later. No big deal. It's only paper, right? So now I've got that done, and I'm deciding what else I want to do, because I have it in my head, and this one I actually did not sketch out, but here we go, cutting some little fishtail banners. I'm not usually good at these, but this time I did pretty well, so I'm kind of happy about that. And now we're going to put those off to the side, and I've got a sheet of acetate, and I decided to use, first I thought I was going to use an acrylic block. Yeah, you don't want to stamp on acetate with an acrylic block because it smears. So, especially if you have to go over it again. So, baby wipes to the rescue. Cleaned it right off, which is great. So, I will put that in the little precision press. And now we'll get this party started. I'll remember to take the sentiment off of there as well. So, we'll stamp, we'll move the acetate down, stamp again, move the acetate down, and stamp it one more time. And now I've got my string of lights. Now I'm going to pull in one of my most favorite things ever, and this is the Studio Glaze. Studio Glaze comes in 13 colors, sorry. And I do actually own, no, it is 15 colors. And I do have them all now. So I am actually going to heat emboss this because I did use heat embossable acetate. So I'm heat embossing those lights, that string of lights in silver. And now I'm showing you the colors I have of the Studio Glaze, 15 colors. And we're going to get this party started using St. Valentine. And then I'm going to count it out. I'm going to use St. Valentine on 2. And then I'm going to use Orange Zest on 2. I do not actually have a yellow other than gold, and I didn't want to use that. Then we're going to move on to Cactus Green. And when we get there, Emerald City, which is a real teal color. Emerald City I think of as green, but okay. Blue Hawaii is next, followed by Gothic Purple. And these just take a couple seconds to dry. They if you put a lot on, then it takes long to dry, but if you don't, it doesn't take long to dry. And now I'm using the gold as the toppers for the lights, where they connect to the string. So I have an ornament here. It's a shaker and it's a jar, and I figured this bug belongs in a jar because who didn't collect lightning bugs and put them in a jar growing up? I know I did, even in Florida. So my Wink of Stella wasn't working, and then I remembered that the little black ring was still on it, so I took the black ring off, and now my Wink of Stella is working perfectly to add some shimmer to the wings. I don't know what happened to my lighting just there. But then I decided to use my black Wink of Stella, and it just made a mess. This is the mess I was talking about that I fix later, but I just really do not like that. But I went ahead and I continued on. So I have a little tiny piece of acetate that I'm going to use clear tape to attach the lightning bug to, and I added some score tape to the top of the acetate. I'm going to run that through the jar, through the little hole on top, and then bring the acetate over and use the score tape to attach that to the outside. Put the hanger part for the ornament back in. Now my lights I feel are dry enough that I can put them in the ornament as well. And here we go with the clear tape again to add the sentiment to the inside. I then decide to use some shaker bits in a bright green and a yellow to add in there because, you know, it's a shaker. Why not? So anyway, if you like this ornament that I've made today, go ahead, hit that like button, hit the subscribe. There we go. I'm getting my lights turned off and my bug lights up. How's that? So have a crafty day. Thanks for subscribing. Bye.